Now, I did remember getting a request to do a review of this movie, but I totally forgot who it is that suggested it to me. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments down below, because why not? But anyways, let's review this cute rodent, shall we? Yo, what is up, my Cinedroids? G to the S here. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing a movie based off of one of the beloved children's books by the author of Charlotte's Web, E.B. White, and directed by the co-director of one of the best Disney animated films of all time, Stuart Little. When the Littles, played by both Gena Davis from Beetlejuice and the famous British actor Hugh Laurie, went to an orphanage to adopt a new family member, a charming young mouse named Stuart, played by Marty McFly from Back to the Future, Micheal J, is chosen. While George, played by Jonathan Lipnicki, is initially unwelcoming to his new brother, the family cat Snowbell, played by Timon from The Lion King, Nathan Lane, is even less enthusiastic about having a mouse as his master and plots to get rid of him. Against these difficulties, Stuart resolves to face them with as much pluck, love, and courage as he can muster. In doing so, he shows his beloved new family that great things can truly come in small packages. Now, first off, let me just let you guys know that I actually read the book of Stuart Little before I requested the movie on DVD from the library. Now remember, it's all opinions on what I love or hate about the book, or just basically love or find uninteresting about it, because I want to be nice to things like this. But when I was reading the book, I can't help but notice that some of the bits from its source material did not entertain me that much. Now, it's not to say it's a terrible book or anything, which heck no, it's not. I'm sure E.B. White did a fabulous job writing it, but I was just not a fan of it, to tell you the truth. But it's not to say that I hated it or anything, which is weird, because for some reason, whenever I state what was good and what isn't, be it movies, books, video games, or whatever that's out in the mainstream public, but still enjoy it for what it's worth, it gets a lot of diehard fans out there appalled and shocked that I find them to be just okay. But again, still enjoy it for what it is. I don't know, I guess that's their main shtick, but whatever, I get that almost all the time. It's not a huge deal in my opinion. That being said, let's discuss what they got right or wrong about this movie. Honestly, this is actually a movie that I don't find anything wrong about. I really liked how they handled the use of CGI, mixing it with the visual and practical effects. The CG animation is only used on Stuart Little himself, and in my opinion, they got him down flawlessly. Now sure, it's a bit dated now, since there are some animation bits to him that don't stand out as much in the film, since this movie was released about 20 years ago. But seriously, the way they filmed him, even in terms of lighting, it looks like he's right there. It all depends on the amount of direction in the film. And Rob Minkoff did a great job of making both the characters, as well as us the audience, believe that he's right in front of the Little's family, as well as the animal characters. So props to Sony Pictures Imageworks for creating the character and making him feel alive and three-dimensional. It's funny that most movies that have CG characters into a live-action setting, they don't do well. Yes, I'm looking right at you, Fox. So it's nice to see a movie that does not overindulge the use of CGI and making it fit the tone that this film is aiming for. Sony, keep making family movies like this. You did great with Madeline so far. Let's hope you keep this up. But anyways, overall, in terms of execution, the CGI was handled impressively. Great job, Sony. Also, the story of this movie, compared to the book, don't kill me, but it was adapted really well, and it's a much better story. For me, I like the fact that it takes place in one area and it does not feel rushed or bogged down. It feels well-paced and it fits the tone of the movie. I like family movies like this that feels like a legit family movie. Most kids' movies don't ever reach that standard. Mainly these, for example. So I'm glad to see a movie like this that creates such a huge impact on developing the characters and not dumbing it down a lot. Mark Dindal, Raja Gosnell, take notes. Also, speaking of character development, it is center stage in this movie. Every single character feels so relatable and so realistic, they almost darn near nailed it. Again, huge props to Sony Pictures on that. Great job. Also, in terms of comedic timings or humor, a couple of the jokes don't really make me laugh as much in this film, but normally, I don't really find this as a comedy. It's more of a family movie that has lots of emotion in it, which is also never a bad thing at all. In fact, I thought it was entertaining. Although I did realize that M. Night Shyamalan did the screenplay for this movie, which got me so surprised, I could not believe it. But hey, if he was in charge of the screenplay of the film, he did a great job. But that's the only point I will give to him. It does not ever mean that I'm redeeming him from the ashes of terrible lack of directorial work in his own projects, but we'll see. Anyhow, in the end, I thought Stuart Little was a great film based off of E.B. White's book. It had charm, it was cute, it was well acted, well, except for Jonathan Lipnicki. Maybe that's the only nitpick I can spew out right now. Lipnicki at the time, I don't know, sounded unengaging to me. Maybe he'll do better in Stuart Little 2, so stay tuned for that. But as for the rest of the film, I loved it. So as a result, I rate Stuart Little 1 4.5 stars out of 5. Still a great movie, in my opinion, but I just thought it wasn't as strong as I originally thought. But still, I highly recommend this movie to your kids, parents out there. This is an excellent example of how to make a great family film. Forget Chicken Little, forget Shark Tale, forget even the Scooby-Doo movies. This is the film that kids should watch. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. So Stuart Little, have you seen it? If you haven't, show it some love, please. I find it to be very overlooked, and that needs to change. But if you have, come back and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. Also, if you want a shout out in a future video, just follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and I will choose one of my Synodroids to be displayed as a shout out. The link's in the description below. And also follow me on Stardust so you can catch early reactions of movies, TV shows, and trailers. I'll put the link of it below in the description so you can download the app for yourself. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.